Hello, I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney. We are answering publicly posted questions on avo.com, getting people the answers they need from an employment attorney. And here we have our question. I have a female supervisor that keeps putting her hands on me and making innuendo comments. Is she sexually harassing me? Quick answer, yes. But let's get into the body of the question. I have a female supervisor with 23 years experience and total of 5 years at this company. She keeps putting her hands on me after only 9 weeks at my new job. So far, she's put her hands on the middle of my back, rubbing me straight up and down the middle of my back while we were talking one day when I first started the job. After that, other things started to happen that include her coming up from behind me and putting both her hands around my neck for making a data entry mistake on the computer, coming up behind me and patting me on the back as she walked by while I was working at the computer, coming up behind me and bumping her hand on my thigh to talk to me. She even asked me to dance with her at work and also has jokingly slapped me once for making a data entry mistake. She has also made innuendo comments to me more than once. Like when my belt broke while loading boxes on a skid, she asked if I was going to whip her or not. Okay, so there's a double standard in the industry a little bit, right? But I always think it's really useful to remember that men can be sexually harassed, and that you need to play the kind of the mental game of flipping things, right? So let's flip some of these here. You got a supervisor with lots of experience. You got a new female hire, and he walks up and he puts his hand on the small of her back and starts rubbing up and down. All of you should say, "That's not okay. That's not okay. That is not an invited touch. That is very presumptuous. It's an act of aggression and an act of sexual harassment." Now you add in sexually charged comments with touching. That is uninvited touching and sexually charged comments. That is absolutely a discrimination claim in our hypothetical for the woman against the male supervisor. And so then we flip it back, and I get the feeling from your question. It's not clear, but I believe you're male. I get the feeling that this touching from the female supervisor is not invited. You don't want to be touched in this way. So if you have uninvited touching, which I would call forcible touching, frankly, and you have sexualized comments and it's repetitive, yes, this arises to the level of sexual harassment. You have been wronged. This is not okay. I would recommend that sometimes a conversation can solve these things. And I need to ask myself, would I recommend that to a woman? I don't know. I don't know if I would. I have to search myself and say, am I being equal about this? But generally speaking, it's not. You don't want to just bring a case right out of the gate. Sometimes communication is valuable. You can say, "Listen, I don't like the touching. You gotta stop. I'm not comfortable with it. Not okay." We don't need the sexual comments either. Now, one of two things is going to happen, in my experience. One, she's gonna get mad. She's gonna retaliate against you. Well, now you got a more valuable potential case, right? Two, she's gonna be very embarrassed. She's gonna say, "Oh my God, I'm sorry. She's really sorry," and she's gonna stop. She's gonna grow as a person. Maybe you'll have a great working relationship, and it's all gonna get better. Does this often happen? No. This is very rare and kind of outside often the human nature of people who want to use their position of power to sexually harass folks, right? But maybe 5% of the time, people do the right thing. People say, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm wrong, and I'm gonna do better," and they mean it. That's great when that happens. Do I think it'll happen? No, I don't. But it might make sense to try. You don't have to try. I mean, you can go straight to HR and make a complaint. You can talk to a employment attorney. You certainly have options. Being touched repetitively with sexual comments is bad enough that I wouldn't tell you like, "Oh, it's a one-time thing. Try to talk it out." This is we're past that. This is repetitive. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. I feel like you may have follow-up questions. I'm available. I'm happy to have those answers for you. Have those conversations. Make more videos, whatever you need. If you did find this video helpful, consider liking and subscribing. helps me to help more people just like you.